What's up, products people? Nah, we don't greet each other like that on this channel. We say, hello, gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women. All right, so that's how we greet each other here. Hello, gorgeous guys, gorgeous, gorgeous. Is it gorgeous? So, hello, gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women. My name is Temini Kolayo, and I am a product manager. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are just joining us for the first time, what do we do here? We turn product management chaos into slightly more organized chaos. You know, those chaos, they are everywhere, but now we try to like bring them together and we just organize them, make them look presentable, but they are still chaotic. So that's what we do here. So today we are settling the ultimate PM2 showdown. We are talking about Trello versus Jira versus Notion, or as I like to call it, simple but might outgrow it versus powerful but makes you want to cry versus the Swiss Army knife that might be too many knives. Yes, so we call them those things. You get? But I've used all three tools across different companies and projects, and I'm going to give you the real talk on when to use each one. This is no sponsored content here, just the honest truth about what works, when, and why. So let's start with Trello, the friendly kanban. I actually like Trello a lot. I like Trello a lot. So I'm going to be showing you like videos, just videos of me looking at those tools. So you see, like, if probably this is your first time, you see what they look like, right? So Trello is our friendly kanban. So Trello is like this toy. It is intuitive. It has this visual, appealing visual, and you can configure it without reading a manual. I like it, to be honest. So the good part about Trello is that you can set it up in literal minutes. You don't need to sweat on it. You can set it up in literal minutes. Like, it is very, very easy to understand and set up. You can drag and drop it. It looks very simple. It's a drag and drop simplicity that even your CEO can understand. One thing about me is that I like when a product is very easy to understand. That is it. You don't have to start writing manuals because as much as you need a user manual, right? I feel like even without the user manual, your users should understand that product. It has this visual enough that stakeholders actually look at it. If there is somebody that just walk past you while your laptop is open and the Trello dashboard is there, they will come back to see that Trello dashboard because it is very, very beautiful. It's appealing. It's appealing, and it has this free tier that it is actually useful. It is very, very useful. Now, when I launched my side project last year, I started with Trello because I needed something quick. So I set it up. I set up a basic board with ideas in progress, testing and done columns. Those are like the four columns, and I added some color coded labels, and I was off to the races. The best part is that when I put in non-technical friends to help, they could jump right in without training. So try doing that with Jira. The not so good part of Trello, really, the not so good part of Trello is that it has this limited reporting capabilities. Good luck with your burn down charts. It has this limited reporting capabilities. It gets messy with large teams or complex projects. The customization, at a point, it will just leave you alone. It's only you that will not be customized. You will be customizing yourself. You don't be customizing what you need to do. So it's not great for dependency management. Nah, it is not. And what I think it is best for, if it is best for small things, especially when you are like under 10 people, right? It is best for simple projects with clear workflows. That's another thing. And if you work in a startup environment where you prioritize speed over process, Trello is your go-to application. And if you have visual thinkers, we who hate spreadsheets, I think I am someone like that. Yeah, Trello is actually, I love applications that are beautiful, not too colorful. Oh, yeah, doing purple and red, and but I mean it's just visually appealing. You got me? So yeah, this is the Trello template. So I saw this template, and there are like several other templates on the left hand side. But this is actually the agile board template. So you have like done, current sprint, in progress. You can always customize, but like I said, customization at a point you start customizing yourself because there is like a limit to what you can customize. So it's not that flexible for customization. So I think that is the issue with the Trello templates. Like you really cannot be that flexible. So I think I checked out some other templates. I think I checked out the Kanban templates. Like for a product manager, I feel like you might want to use the Kanban template. So that's another one. It's going to show pretty soon. Yeah, so we are going to check out the Kanban template now. Yeah, so this is the Kanban template. Like it's very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. I love this template. Yeah, so look at the backlog, look at those emojis, the design, the to do, the doing, the code review, and like the emojis are so beautiful. And look at the done, like you have that. We are done. Now the second one is Jira, the power player with commitment issues. That's something about Jira. I feel like that application was designed by an engineer. They did not ask for the opinion of a designer on that application. We'll get to it. So Jira is what happens when someone says, I want all the features, and the company says, hold my coffee. Well, hold my tea. That's it. That's something about Jira. The good part is that it has this robust agile workflow support. So you are thinking about Scrum and Kanban. Yeah, and Jira. You can get that there. Then it has this epic story, task, hierarchy that scales. So you know when you're writing those requirements, you have to put them on epics, story, and your tasks. So you can do that. It helps with the process. Like you understand where this is coming from, which one is the parent, which one is the child issue on Jira. Cool. Then it's the integration with is with pretty much everything like Confluence and some other third party integration. So yeah, and reporting that will make your data analyst smile. So you can always export reports for analysis. Awesome. Then the automation capabilities they can save as so rather than you doing manual work, the automation capabilities on Jira it saves time. Now, when my team grew to 15 people working on multiple features simultaneously, what I noticed was Trello started breaking down. Like my application would just it's just frozen. It's just going to be like that. Then it will just keep saying, you know, that notification that you get like wait or cancel. So I'll just keep clicking on wait. But it started breaking down. So we moved to Jira, and that was like an upgrade from bicycle to a motorcycle. The dependency mapping alone saved us from countless headaches. Being able to say this can't start until this finishes, and having the system track it. Oh my god, mwah, I love that so much. The not so good part of Jira is that the US, like I said, it feels like it was designed by engineers for engineers. It's so complicated and it's not so beautiful. It's not appealing. I don't like it. So yeah, another one is that so customizable that teams waste weeks setting it up. If you are not careful, on Jira, you will be telling your team members we are still trying to set up our Jira. That's that. Like it is very very complicated. Then it can become a black hole of administrative overhead my dear. And another thing is, Trello, people seem to understand it. It's very, very easy to understand. You see, Jira, you will need a Jira translator for them to understand what you are doing on the application. Something happened to me last week. I spent like 3 hours trying to change a workflow status. Like 3 hours. I work 8 hours per day, and I'd already spent like 3 hours trying to change workflow status. I mean, if it was just me, right, I would say okay. And that's not even the first time I'm doing something like that. I've done changing workflow status, replacing this with this. But that day, it just felt like everything just changed, and developers cannot even move their tasks. They had to start like, we are here, we finished this one, we need to move. And it was just so complicated. Imagine 3 years of my life that I will never get back. And don't even get me started with the JQL queries. Ah, yeah. But it is best for medium to large teams. It is best for complex products with multiple work streams. I know that Trello, I saw something on Trello about this work stream. Probably they are trying to also integrate it, and it is best for organizations with established development process. The way I actually put the title for each of the columns, it is very clear and direct. Like everyone understand. You have from to do to design to in progress front end to in progress back end to defect fix to be retexted by like have all of those things layered out, and it's very sweet. Then teams that need robust reporting, like I said, your data analyst, they will love you so much if you tell them that, oh, you have the reports on Jira. So this is you setting up your Jira account. So there is this part like your project template. You have the product discovery. I think well, let's just check it. So there is product discovery, roadmap, prioritization, blank project. So blank projects you can just create your own, start afresh. But this is not what I use, but I just want to show you like this is what they look like. So you have like the workflow, parking lot discovery, like this is for product discovery really. You can do the product roadmap, you see all of it like that, like then if you want to do like prioritization, you also see like they have the same view, right? They have like the same view. But I don't use the product management tools. I prefer using the software part, this Scrum. I don't use that Kanban. Kanban was the one I was complaining about. So yeah, I use like the Scrum part of it, and I just select a team, and yeah, I think that's what I do. Yeah, then I just add the project, like the project details, the name, let's say demo, like a demo, then the key. You just put three names, I mean three letters rather, then next, and you are saving that. So I prefer the Scrum, to be honest. You just keep that. So yes, this is the demo that we created. So this is what the dashboard looks like compared to Trello that is like very beautiful and all of that. So you have tutorials if you are just starting, if you just created a project, you have tutorials that you can follow through it. Then you have the backlog, you have your timeline. So yes, the timeline, like when is this project or this task going to go from this period to this period, that's the timeline. Then the board is where you see everything that you've posted in your backlog, so you can customize this board. So on your, let's say how to use Jira. Let's say how to use Jira. Then you save, you start the sprint. It shows on your, you create like a timeline, your duration, 2 weeks. Okay. So it shows on your to-do list. Then you can move them to your in progress board, to your done board. You can complete the sprint. So that is Jira for you. It is not that simple, but at least you get the idea. Now let's go to Notion. But wait, there is more to. I remember when I started using Notion, I actually loved Notion. Well, I still do. I still use Notion, right? It was so beautiful, but then all of a sudden, right, it felt like too many things were just being added. They want to merge every product project management features on that same application, and it got very 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 complicated. So Notion is like this incredibly versatile, but sometimes you just want a simple knife, and instead you are dealing with 47 tools at once. That's how it feels like. It's just it's just everything. The good part is that it combines docs, wiki, databases, and project management. That's something about Notion that I like. I love it so much. Like you don't need to start looking for this. You can always check everything. Wikis, you can always get links to some documents. Just connect it. Just link it there, and you are good to go. It is highly customizable. It has this very beautiful templates and views, like very very nice. It is beautiful. Have you seen the doodles? Have you seen the images? Have you seen the layout? Beautiful clean interface that executives love. That's something about Notion. Then it breaks down silos between planning and documentation. So rather than you doing so many things everywhere, you can just do them in bits on Notion. The game changer with Notion is how it connects everything. Your product requirements can link directly to your roadmap, yes, which connects to your sprint planning, which ties to your meeting notes. So you have literally everything in one space. It's like if your entire product brain had a digital brain. I mean, probably like maybe twin. That's how Notion works. But when I joined my current company, Josh actually he loves Notion a lot, and we were always doing all of our work, all of our tasks on Notion, and that made me love Notion a lot. So Josh introduced me to Notion, and since then I've been using it. The not so good part of Notion is that it can become an overwhelming black canvas. Christ, it can become so overwhelming, so overwhelming, and it is not as robust for pure project management as dedicated tools. It feels like it's just like an abstract of everything combined into one, but yeah, you're not getting the full product. That's how I feel I think Notion is. And it has performance issues with large databases. I was trying to open it this night and I just kept, my laptop was just rolling. And it's not like I have a lot on the laptop. Like, it has this performance issues with large databases, and it has too much freedom that can lead to inconsistent processes. So if you are not careful, you just see that your process is not consistent. You are using this today, tomorrow you see that this one is fancy, you're using that tomorrow, so you're not consistent. The double-edged sword of Notion is that it can be anything, which means you have to decide what it should be. I've seen teams spend more time designing their Notion workspace than actually using it, but it is best for teams that value documentation as much as task tracking, organizations waiting to consolidate tools. Probably you're working in a creative environment that you need flexibility, and maybe you're a PM who hates context switching between apps, so you can always use Notion. So yeah, if you are just seeing Notion for the first time, this is Notion. This is what it looks like. So yeah, you have so many options, like so many options to select from. So let's just search for product roadmap. So I'm looking for like a template on product roadmap, and these are some of the templates that you can customize. Some are free, while some you have to pay. So is the template for product. So let's check projects. I think project management. Yeah, we can search for project management. Yeah, so that we'll see some templates on project management. So yeah, you have like a lot of templates, a lot of templates that you can select from. So yeah, let's look at one. Let's look at this project timeline. So like you can see, let's preview. Yep. So this is the project timeline. So you can link it to your sprint planning, to your notes, meeting notes and everything, your roadmap, everything. You can do all of that on Notion, like bringing everything together in one place. So that is Notion. Beautiful. I love it. Now, the real world PM approach is that, here's my unpopular opinion. The best tool isn't about features. It is about adoption, right? What's the retention rate? Can people use it? Do they need to read the manual before they can use it? So the perfect tool that nobody uses is worse than a decent tool everybody uses. So instead of asking which is best, don't ask me that, because tomorrow like this, if I submit my application to any of those organizations, then ask them that maybe you did one video on YouTube saying that this one is so no. So this is what I do instead. I ask myself these questions, and I think you should also ask yourself too. What's the technical comfort level of my team? So if your developers break out in eyes at the mention of another tool to learn, maybe stick with what they know. I always want comfort for my team members, because we can't have a timeline in the first month we are trying to like understand a new documentation to or a work to, like, nah. What's your biggest pain point right now? Is it disorganized documentation? Notion might be your lifesaver. If it is, you need better sprint planning. Maybe Jira could be what the learning curve. And if it's just to visualize who is doing what, Trello might be plenty, to be honest. And the second question I ask is, what is my organizations existing to, like I said in one of my videos, probably before you join the organization they've already started using a tool. So you coming in to start saying you want to change the process and all of that can take a lot of time. So if it is swimming upstream against the corporate tech stack, that is like a clear recipe for frustration. So you might just want to stay with what they already know or what they are using. Now, I have a friend that shared an experience with me. She said she tried to force Notion on her team that lived and breathed Jira. So after weeks of passive resistance and forgetting to update their Notion, right? You know what happened? She had to surrender, and she just found ways to make Jira work better instead. So you choose your battles, people. But I think the hybrid approach actually works. Like I feel like it's best to use the hybrid approach. So if it's the stakeholder shield, you can use Trello as a simplified view for executive and shareholders or stakeholders, while the dev team works in Jira. I mean, many teams actually synchronize like these tools automatically. You can do that on Trello and Jira. So the documentation divide, you can keep technical execution in Jira, but you house your product planning and documentation in Notion. Can you see? You can actually use all of these products together. You can use all of the tools together. But if it is specialized stack, I feel like you should use Trello for idea collection and early prioritization. Then you can move to Jira for development, then Notion for knowledge management. So I feel like that's how you can actually manage the three tools. At the end of the day, remember these tools exist to serve you, not the other way around. So my personal recommendation, if you work, if you're a new PM, right, you can start with Trello at an early stage startup or working with a small team that needs to move fast. I think you can do that. But you can now graduate to Jira when you need structure, you have complex dependencies, or you work with engineering teams that demand more robust processes. But I think you can also incorporate Notion when documentation becomes critical, your silos are forming, or you need to build an interconnected product brain for your team. So that's what I think. And whatever you choose, really, remember that no two replaces clear communication and good PM judgment. A bad PM with great tools, you know what you are? You are still a bad PM. So that's my take on the Trello versus Jira versus Notion debate. You can drop a comment below with which tool you are using and why. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you are struggling with your product management tools, you know what to do? Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be talking about how to run effective product reviews that make, well, maybe not make everyone to quit their job, but me, I still want to open my kiosk. Is it kiosk? Yeah, kiosk. So we are going to be talking about effective product reviews that don't make, I don't know why I keep saying make, that don't make everyone want to quit their jobs. Until then, don't forget to like, oh, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe again, don't forget to share this video, don't forget to drop a comment. So until then, keep building awesome products, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.